Hello, my magnificent magical gangsters. How are we doing today? Welcome to another edition of the show. Well, I'll be your host, the gangster magician himself, here to deliver you your message, because that's what I love to do. I do what I love, and I love what I do. Some people love to do, like paint pictures. The gangster magician loves to deliver messages to the magical gangsters. Hey, it is what it is, to each its own, right? So, what else? So I don't know. I mean, what do we got going on here? Let's see. Let me ask Archangel Michael. What do you think, Archangel? What do you think, my man? He said, I think I'm going to get involved with this read today. He said, I think, something's coming up here. He says, I feel something. Something's happening. He's telling me. He said, let me tell you, brother. He said, but just keep aligning those chakras, keep balancing those chakras. The energy will get in there perfectly. The spray's all a little messed up, but it's still coming out. Still there. So let's get, aligned. Because these bastards, they had their hooks in us. They really did. They really, really did. But the cat tells them, bye-bye, you're not in our energy no more. See you later. Nobody wants you here. Never liked you anyway. Don't think you're going to be around when things go good. Okay, these people, they think they're just going to walk on in. Oh, yeah, now they know. It's like, get out of here, brother. See you later. Yeah, that's right, Archangel Michael. You did say you wanted to get involved again. I think you did yesterday. I had a good read yesterday, I believe. Right, Archangel? Yes, we did, he says. We did good. He said, I predicted the crystal of the day yesterday for the first time. How about that? Ain't that something? So why don't we get started? Why don't we see what we're working with here, see what we got going, and then we'll know. Find a little bit more to this, okay? So what are we working with? All right, so what's in the energy guy here, please and thank you? Four of Swords, resting and relaxing, okay? Because that's what you got to be doing. Because you are taking a break from the hustle and bustle of life to rest and recharge your boundaries. I rest and recharge for a brighter future. Yes, you do. Okay? And that's what you're doing. That's what you've been doing. And I know that sometimes you get tired, it gets boring, but it is what it is. I mean, what has to be done has to be done. It's only time's an illusion. Anyway, now you got that lover's energy, though. You never lost that love. That's the thing they thought they were going to take the love from you. Okay? No. It says, you may be faced with a choice that requires you to listen to your heart when it's calling for you. So just remember, it says, I choose love and harmony when you have to listen to your heart. You say, I choose love and harmony. Yes, you do. All right, so what else? We got you resting and relaxing, full of love here. Okay, Eight of Wands. Things are rapidly approaching, though, so that means things are moving very quickly, even though you feel like there's not. Okay, you are moving forward quickly and making great strides towards your goals. You will be. Okay, I am ready for rapid progress and growth. I am ready for rapid progress and growth is what you told that one guy. He said, all right, let's get going. Buckle up. He said, let's get going. And you said, all right, we're ready. Yep, that's what happened. So I remember it. Okay, and now death's here, though. He said, the end is here. He said, that's a new beginning for you. Okay, he says, let me handle this. He says, I got this. That's our 8th house mascot. All about transformation, endings, change, letting go, release. That's what death tells me. He says, you are being called to let go of what no longer serves you and make way for new growth and transformation. So whatever's holding you back has to be released, okay? I embrace transformation and new beginnings. I embrace transformations and new beginnings. Yes, you do. Of course you do. So, okay. I mean, I don't know what this is telling me so far. Four of Swords, Lovers, Eight of Wands, Death. Okay, but there is a Six of Wands here, though, so that's telling me you're going to be publicly recognized, that you won. Your hard work and perseverance have paid off. You are being recognized for your achievements. I enjoy recognition and success is what you always tell me, okay? Yes, you do. All right, and that's why Six of Cups, you were able to stay this unconditionally loving manner. You are revisiting happy memories from your past and feeling a sense of nostalgia, and people are feeling that way towards you. I embrace nostalgia and happiness. Of course you do. Why not? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to embrace that? So that's the best part. Love it. Love the nostalgic part, the happy nostalgia that you bring to the table. That's what people are seeing right now. They're saying, wow, I remember them. They're pretty awesome. They were full of love, but now I think they're resting and relaxing now. And Dev said, listen, my friends, we'll talk to you. You know, if you got a problem with them, then we'll have to come talk to you. Okay, we'll have to offer you a near-death experience. That's what usually happens. That's the first warning. And then if they don't adhere to that, might give them a second chance, but there will be no third. That's why it's 3 strikes and you're out. That's why we give everybody 3 chances. They're always going to lie to you the first time. They're always going to lie to you. Okay? That's why you say, right after they say anything, you say to them, I'm going to give you one more opportunity to tell the truth. Remember, I know exactly what happened. They're going to say, they might try to, you know, double down on the story, and then you're going to say, all right, one more opportunity. You better think this really hard. Because I already know what happened. So remember that. So when you come to me with some bullshit and think I'm going to believe your lie, you're going to say, no. So one more opportunity to come clean. And that's when usually they do. That's when they realize that you're being for real now. Now you're for real, they say. They say you're somebody who should be taken very seriously. At first, they said you were a joke. You're a kook. You're a clown. You're a nut. You're a space cadet. I think one of them said. You're one couple fries short of a Happy Meal. The one guy said about you. He's had a couple screws loose. But now none of those people are laughing. They're the ones who are looking crazy. Those characters, not you. So why don't we get elaborate a little further, find out what we're working with, and we'll go from there. How's that sound? Sounds good, right? Okay, thanks, God. Please and thank you. Let's get our energy here for our magical gang stars. Please and thank you. All right, so now we know right off the bat who you're dealing with. High Priestess and Reverse. Okay, this is the one. Okay, they want to act like they were the top of the food chain when it comes to the feminine energy. This is the puppet master, the one in the back. Probably like, it could be your own mother. It could be your counterpart's mother. It could be an aunt. It could be, you know, anybody. It could be any person who is, you know, considers themselves very sly. Okay, this person considers themselves, they think they're very clever. Okay, because they know what they're doing and they feel like they have the upper hand on everybody. But the fact is, now that you expose this person, they don't have the upper hand any longer. And now that they don't have the upper hand, they're in serious decline now because nobody's listening to what they have to say. People used to, let's care what this person has to say. Now people are seeing this person for who they really are. And they're seeing you in the 7 of Pentacles, still staying hardworking, efficient, responsible. You know, you're making things happen here. You have been working hard towards a long-term goal and are now taking a step back to assess your progress and adjust your strategy. You know, and these people, this High Priestess Reverse, they're not happy about that because they wanted you to stop. They want you to go down. They thought that you were going to give up. They thought that they had the antidote to destroy you. They didn't want you to be seen. They didn't want you near your divine masculine. They didn't want you near anybody. Because they knew that you would show exactly what they really are, okay? Because you could see through this. That you're a real High Priestess. They're not. So, of course, they knew. And they wanted to keep you stuck before you can. So, you got this High Priestess Reverse here. You're still hardworking. You're not really even paying attention to this person. They're really paying attention to you. Aren't you, High Priestess Reverse? We know exactly what you're all about. Trust me when I tell you. Okay, why do we know that? Because we're the Queen of Pentacles. That's why. We're the ideal spouse. We're the one everyone comes to see. We're the one everyone wants to be. We tell this High Priestess Reverse. And this High Priestess Reverse should have got paid taking a living trying to make it that you're not this Queen of Pentacles. They were saying that you're a fucking hanger-oner, you're a user. But you are actually a natural caregiver who values comfort and stability and are able to provide for those in your care. Of course you are, okay? And you don't need nobody because you're a 9 of Pentacles. I am grounded and nourished and able to nurture and provide for myself and others is what you said, okay? And that's High Priestess in Reverse. They tried to make it like they were the ones who were able to do that. This person doesn't even know how to feel love, okay? This is a hateful person who's just jealous, evil enough to go do what they do, This is a person who will groom children to their benefit. This is a bad person, okay? But they're being seen through this, okay? So it doesn't matter how old they are. Nobody's going to sit there and feel sorry because they're old. No, we know what you did, okay? We're not letting you get off. You're not walking away with this. Not happening. Okay, why? Because 3 of Cups. Because we're over here relaxing, having a nice time, okay? People have a nice time around you. Like to celebrate. You make people feel safe. They feel very, calm, which you as this Queen of Pentacles. So at least we know now. You have this Queen of Pentacles versus High Priestess in reverse. This High Priestess in reverse was trying to say that you're not this, but now you're clearly showing you are this. And this High Priestess in reverse is very much like, they're coming off like crazy. Well, Death was here anyway, so it doesn't matter earlier. So that's telling me something. If Death's here, this High Priestess in reverse is an old-time witch. So what else? What else do we got here? Alright, so there's a 3 of Wands in reverse. So it's telling me this High Priestess in reverse, they're not building anything here. Okay, they're not, they're very much stuck. They're very limited. Okay, they're restricted. There's a ceiling here with this person. There's unlimited potential. They did not want that to be seen because they wanted to keep that ceiling so they could maintain who gets past it. They did not want anyone to be better than them. There's a lack of progress here. They wanted to stop what you were building. They could not. Okay, they're very frustrated now, and that's why they're sitting here in this 3 of Wands in reverse energy. Very clearly in this 3 of Wands in reverse energy. Not doing anything. Nothing good is coming from this. Anybody affiliated with this person, nothing good is coming to them. More people are walking away from this person than ever before. Why? Because Knight of Pentacles. Because people see how hardworking you are, efficient, responsible. You are this Queen of Pentacles. You don't need nobody. You can do this all by yourself. You make yourself happy. You love yourself. Doesn't matter what anybody else says or thinks. Doesn't matter what this. It really doesn't matter what you think, High Priestess reverse. Really, because this person really thought that they had the upper hand because they had control over your divine masculine. But they don't anymore. That's for sure. Because the way they're coming off, and then they're trying to blame you for it. They're saying you're doing this to them. But this is their own magic destroying them. Okay, all these years of their fucking devious stuff they got away with, that we let them get away with, okay, just to, give it all back at one time. We like to do stuff like that. We like to wait and then send it all back at once. We take it, and then we fucking send it all right back. Why waste all that, sending it back one at a time? We don't want to sit there and play games. We don't even like you. That's what we tell you. We never liked you anyway, High Priestess Matters. Nobody does. You're a biatch. You're no Queen of Pentacles, that's for sure. Okay, you're the one who brings the fun, because you are not the sun, High Priestess Reverse, because this Queen of Pentacles always stays positive. That's what it comes down to. I mean, you have to stay positive. You experience a time of happiness and abundance, so enjoy the moment. And you will, because you know what it's like not to have. Okay, so when you get it, you're able to appreciate it. Because you're going to say, I'm filled with energy and vitality. I'm a Queen of Pentacles, for God's sakes, and I'm not going to hide it. They want you to dim your light. And you're like, no, because Death's here, and Death said, no, I'll take care of whoever this High Priestess reverse is. They got a problem. Look at that. We'll work something out. I'm sure we can work something out. Now this High Priestess reverse is crying. They're begging. They're pleading. They're telling Death that they want to repent now. Now they want to, before they go, they want to, make things right, is what they're saying. Okay, why? Because they know you're the gang star of this show. That's why. They know you're the gang star magician. They know you're the magical gang star. They didn't want you to know that. They always knew you were. They just didn't want you to know it. And they thought maybe they could absorb your energy. But they had no idea. They never ran into anybody as big a star as you. Okay, you are on the right path, and have faith that the universe is guiding you towards your dreams. The universe is on your team, okay? Trust me, you run on the universal energy. So what do you think the universe is, I have hope and inspiration for the future. Because you're a star. You're a superstar with this positive sun and star energy with this Queen Pentacles. Not needing anybody. And certainly showing what this High Priestess reverse was full of shit. Okay, because this cycle's complete here with this person. This High Priestess reverse energy has been now made obsolete, and they're going to have to take that Emperor's energy in reverse with them. Okay, this may have completely healed the feminine energy here. And it's 2 birds with 1 stone right here. But you being a superstar, you didn't roll around the mud with these people. You let them take themselves out. So what else do we need to know with this High Priestess reverse? All right, so here's the thing. The King of Cups is here. That's your counterpart. and they're in the upright. And this person's been trying to manipulate this person for their entire life. This high priestess in reverse could be this person's mother. This could be, an aunt. This could be just anybody, but they just know, about stuff. This person is an old-time witch, and they've been feeding off this King of Cups energy, making it like they've been helping them, like they're on their team, but realistically they've been siphoning their energy, but making it like they're like their biggest cheerleader though. But they're the ones that have been holding them back. And now this King of Cups is starting to realize that, and they're like seeing that they're not getting anything with this Three of Wands in reverse. And they're looking right at you as this Queen of Pentacles, and that's like because this High Priestess reverse, and there's no such thing as you like this. Okay, that this is not a dream. Nobody could be like how you are. That you gotta be fake. But it says you are in control of your emotions and able to navigate difficult situations with grace and wisdom. This King of Cups is. They said they're gonna lead with emotional intelligence and compassion, and they clearly see you as their wish come true. With this High Priestess, all to the chagrin of this High Priestess in reverse, because now they're exposed. And who's exposing this High Priestess in reverse? The Emperor, of course, because this King of Cups is an Emperor. Okay, that's the thing. This person is an Emperor. That's what they thought this person was just a stupid King of Cups. Just like they thought you were a stupid Queen of Cups. But this person has been, slowly but surely building a case against this High Priestess in reverse. Because they're an Emperor. I mean, you could let these people do what they gotta do, but they became an Emperor in this situation just like you became an Empress. Just because you didn't see it, don't mean it ain't happening. You got the Emperor here with the King of Cups. So, as your, support. So the King of Cups are looking right at you as a superstar Queen of Pentacles, and this High Priestess reverse is sitting here stuck. Restricted. Okay, and under judgment, because judgment's here. I mean, the horns have been blown. This High Priestess reverse, they have to talk to death, okay? You are being called to rise above your past mistakes and start anew. So whatever happened in the past with you, it doesn't make a difference, because I am ready for a new beginning. Everything's a new start. This King of Cups may be saying the same thing. They're walking away. This could have been very difficult, especially if this is their own mother. But here's the thing. They have this Ace of Pentacles here, okay? There's financial opportunity. There's abundance. I mean, this King of Cups sees the abundance with you. You as this Queen of Pentacles, you don't need them. This High Priestess in reverse tried to make it like all feminine energy needs masculine energy, and that we should bow down to them. But that's only to keep themselves in like a high power, this feminine, this High Priestess reverse, because that's how they know that by not doing that, then they would be beneath you anyway. So they looked at this as the way to stay above you, even at the expense of the entire feminine energy. This person was such a detriment to the feminine energy, this High Priestess reverse energy, but it's over now. No more of this energy keeping us down, especially now with a King of Cups like this. That's a masculine energy that leads with emotional intelligence, that doesn't want anything. They want the real thing. They don't want this fucking manufactured bullshit that this High Priestess puppet master in reverse orchestrated. Okay, and that's why you have an Ace of Pentacles here. So what else do we need to know? We got, the King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and, the problem is this High Priestess in reverse. So how are we going to handle this? All right, so you're going to handle it by being, like I said, this Nine of Pentacles. Okay, you're this Queen of Pentacles. I just said that at the beginning. I mean, you have achieved a level of financial stability that allows you to enjoy the finer things in life and pursue your passions. And when I say finer things, I mean I'm saying you're out there eating caviar and stuff. You're doing what you can do. You don't need you have the power to do what you need to do. I am self-sufficient and able to manifest my own abundance. Remember that. I am self-sufficient and able to manifest my own abundance, because you're a Queen of Pentacles. You're a superstar Queen of Pentacles. That's positive. This is beautiful energy. Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Sun, Star. And this King of Cups over here looking with like their eyes and with hearts. I mean, because Two of Pentacles, they saw how you adapted to everything here. You were extremely flexible. You could have crumbled at any time. You just kept getting back up. And you kept getting better. I mean, and this High Priestess in reverse was one of the people that was attacking you without your knowledge too, and projecting all this negativity. Now it's all going back to them, because they never thought that you were going to be able to figure out a way to send it back to them, because they've never been It's been designed this way for them to be undefeated until they come to you. And now it's like, now what you gonna do? Now they don't know what to do. Now they want to repent. They want to repent Satan is what they said. They want to be on your side. The high priestess reverse. Sure. So what else do we need to know? What else? This person, I mean, whatever. Listen, we'll give everybody a shot. Okay, this 4 of Cups, but their 4 of Cups are getting rejected here, this high priestess in reverse. So maybe that's what it is. They know they're getting rejected, so it's like they kind of, if you can't beat them, join them type of thing. But this person will never be, you know, anything close to you. They can't. But, I mean, if they would really want to heal, even if they're I mean, we would allow it. Okay, because here's the thing, they have to go through this Tower of Terror, though. So maybe they don't know, but they're going to have to go through this Tower of Terror. They're not just going to walk away unscathed for this. They're going to lose a lot, and they're going to be rejected. And they're going to have to come and, you know, beg for forgiveness. I mean, they're on the judgment. What do you expect? Come on, stop it. Look what you did fucking your whole life. You're an old-time witch that's been doing this, hurting people for fucking 80, 90 years. And now you want fucking us to take it easy on you because you're old. No, it doesn't work that way. Time's an illusion anyway. You're a fucking demon. Okay, so you got to repent that and show us that you repent. All right, so what's going to be the end here, and I'm going to go to a new deck. All right, so there's just 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So they're overwhelmed here. Now, the High Priestess reverse is completely overwhelmed that they're being rejected. Never found themselves to be in this position. Plus, they're old. They shouldn't have been involved with stuff like this old, but they never thought that they would get caught. They thought they found the code, but you have this Wheel of Fortune. You're the one who solved the puzzle, not this person. This person was given this information so that to see how we knew that we abused it, and by them abusing it has made you in this King of Cups now. That's eliminated it, that part of that karmic energy. We had to just allow them to take themselves out. That's exactly what you did as this Queen of Pentacles. Let this High Priestess in reverse take themselves out. You just being you took out this High Priestess in reverse energy. I mean, sorry. What do you want? That's why they wanted to destroy you before you realize your power, the superstar power. So I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going into the new deck. All right, so yeah, you're going to stay with this 8 of Pentacles. You're just mastering your craft. You are just, you know, completely in charge of what you're doing here. You're sharpening your skill. You're just 9 of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, 8 of 9 Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Sun, Star. It's you. That is you. And there's 5 of Wands. Anybody want a conflict, competition, rivalry with you? They're only getting with themselves because there were no match for you. I mean, there was a whole fucking coven of people going against you, trying to get your energy, trying to fucking drain you, trying to make you feel less than, trying to hurt you, just trying to fucking, you know, block every part of pleasure in your life. And now they want you to take it easy on them. Okay, maybe. What do you think, Archangel Michael? Should we? He said, well, let me get involved with the read first. Let me see how the energy goes. And he says, if, you know, I feel it's okay, then maybe we'll give them a chance to repent. But we're not going to, you know, make it easy for them either. That's what they got to understand. We're going to make it actually harder for them. And then we know if they really want it or not. Okay, we know. Okay, because they want, as soon as it gets a little hard, that's when they started to act out. You'll see. That's why we don't take it easy on them. They're on the judgment, though. So why don't we just get started here, and enough of the small talk. Let's get a little clarification, confirmation. I mean, you're the superstar Queen of Pentacles, though. 9 of Pentacles, you don't need nobody. That's mastering their skill. Had this King of Cups looking on in fucking amazement because you're their wish come true. They can't believe they actually, I think this person actually manifested you this way. All to the chagrin of this High Priestess in reverse, because this High Priestess in reverse wanted this King of Cups to think that how that they are is the ideal feminine energy. But this King of Cups has otherwise other thoughts. Okay, they see it with you right here. They love it. It's so beautiful. All right, so what else do we need to know? Let's get going here. God, please, and thank you. Okay, so also remember this. You're a 9 of Cups. Not only are you a 9 of Pentacles, but you're a 9 of Cups. Your wish come true. So most likely this King of Cups is going to be bringing you this Ace of Cups with this Ace of Pentacles, because this is an Emperor, so they're also a King of Pentacles. So everything has turned out well. Enjoy your success. That's what's going to happen. That's what this 9 of Cups told me to tell you. Wish come true you are. You're being seen that way. And what is your wish come true? What do I always say is your wish come true? this Two of Cups, of course. Okay, so right there it tells you Nine of Cups that you are getting that. We have a King of Cups here. Okay, so you're the star of the show. You're the gang star of the show. You are the divine feminine. Yes, you are. They wanted to keep you not knowing you're the star. They wanted to keep you down so they could feed off that energy. Well, thank you, we tell them. Thank you for helping us learn who we are. We appreciate it. That's all we have to say about that to these people. Okay, because the world in reverse, because they wanted to keep this old world stuff going. They wanted to keep this cycle going. But it's over. They didn't want you to get any closure. This High Priestess reverse wanted this to go. They thought they were going to be leaving this world as like a whatever it is, like something special, but now they're being seen as evil to the core. Okay, somebody who has to, really has to make things right before they leave this planet if they think they don't have to go through many years of hell. I mean, we always allow repent, but we have to keep a strong eye on these people. Yes, we do. Because here's the thing. Remember, the King of Cups is here, and that's your counterpart. He's here with you. We saw that right here. So, I mean, this is a King of Cups. This is about you. This High Priestess reverse trying to manipulate this King of Cups to not see you the way you really are. But this King of Cups knew exactly who you are, and this person fantasized about you, and this is what they manifested, I believe. Because it feels like you weren't exactly like this before you met this person. You became better somehow. Even though it seemed like this person was attacking you, you kept getting better, though. And a lot of this attacks was through this High Priestess in reverse, being the puppet master. They were actually really doing a lot of these attacks because they knew how, and they're a master at energy manipulation. But they're being rejected now. So this King of Cups is rejecting them. So they're devastated by this. This is why this High Priestess is moping around in reverse. They're moping around. Drinking a lot, it looks like. So what else do we need to know about this person? Okay, that this is rapidly, Eight of Wands, things are moving very quickly. Okay, so this is a rapid decline for this High Priestess in reverse. Because they lost all the energy here. Especially with this King of Cups taking their energy back from them. Having their back turned to them. Looking right at you. As a Nine of Cups, as a wish come true. I mean, this is what it is. This is what their ideal thought of what they wanted. If somebody came up to this King of Cups and said, can you tell me what your ideal feminine energy is? This person would describe you to the T. Like, and that's what made it so ridiculous, because it was like, how is this possible? How is this happening? But it has something to do with this person, and you just had to understand that, because here's the thing. They want you, Ten of Wands, to carry the burden, this High Priestess in reverse. They want you to carry the burden. They want you to hate this. They wanted to act like they had nothing to do with this, that you were the enemy here, that you were attacking them, okay, and then thinking this King of Cups was never going to see through this. That this King of Cups was going to stay asleep this entire time. But this person's a divine being, so of course they were going to, wake up. It just doesn't, everything always works out well in the end. Especially when you have people like this doing what they're doing here. Okay, this temperance, this, in reverse, this person's excessive now. Now they're doing their fucking black magic excessively because they don't know anything else. Now remember, they're old, their brain is fried now. This person is conflict of interest here. They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. People are like just writing them off as having dementia. That's what it's coming down to. They're saying this person's crazy now. People are distancing themselves from them. They can't come back because Ace of Swords, people clearly see what this person is. They're just trying to keep it, under wraps because they know this person can expose a lot of things. So they just want this person to somehow just disappear. But we might use this person for information, for this High Priestess. Maybe we'll, instead of just, keeping them locked away or sending them on their way, like we might, give them another chance here if they give us the information we need. And they know everything. We'll let you walk. Whatever. They're 90 years old. We don't give a fuck. 80 years old. 70 years old. What the fuck? You're no threat to us. Give us what we want and we'll help you. Alright? We'll let you go. We don't care. This person, this is what they've been their whole life anyway, so it doesn't really matter. They're not going to change. They'll just go away and rot away anyway. They're a coward. They don't take the stand. They want what's best for them, not for anybody else. Okay, but here's the thing: you're this Queen of Swords. That is why you have boundaries. This is why these people they cannot come close to you because you won't let them. Because you have clear communication, expresses what's best for all. These person, they only want what was best for them. That's what this is. High Priest Reverse only wants what's best for them. They're not a good leader because a good leader does what's best for everybody. A bad leader does what's best for them. That's what it comes down to, and that's how you know who's who here. And then they'll try to use this energy. It's just that they're very much a projector. They like to project. They really love it, okay? But here's the thing. They can't project balls because that's Queen of Swords made you into an Empress, okay? Everybody sees you this way. This person tried to act like they were that. No. All right, so what else is there we need to know? Just gotta wrap this up. I mean, is there anything else that we need to know here? I mean, you're just Queen of Swords, yes. Queen of Pentacles, Empress, Superstar, Wish Come True. I mean, what else do we need to know? Okay, that you're this magical gangstar magician. Yes, we know that too. Ideal spouse you are. You know, you can make your imagination real, this magician tells me to tell you. Okay, you got that creative power. You got that skill. You're very skillful. You can adapt to anything. That's why you're the magician. And you know what's going to happen to this High Priestess Universe if they ever come up against you again? Being under judgment, they're going to get this. Ten of Swords, this painful ending here. So that's why we suggest maybe they should start talking. Give us everybody we need to know, and then be on your way. How's that sound? That's what we're willing to do maybe with this old-time witch, because they're ineffective now. So give us everybody. You don't want to go out this way, do you? We'll sweep it under the rug for you. Let us know what's going on with the rest of these characters. We'll talk to you later, all right? Let us know. Or, there you go. Your choice. So, is there anything else we need to know here? What's this Queen of Swords magician? The star. I love it. Look, because you are that gang star. I love it. I fucking love it. Magician, star, gang star. I mean, that's what it is. Who's the ideal spouse? You're that magical gang star. I mean, you got this King of Cups here. They think the world of you. I mean, you're Eight of Pentacles, mastering your craft. You stay positive all the time. You're a Nine of Cups. Your wish comes true for this King of Cups. So what else is that we need to know? I mean, what's this Queen of Swords? I mean, this High Priestess Reverse, they're facing a painful ending. They're under judgment. They're being rejected. But there is a way out for them. And we just don't know if they're going to take that. Okay? Because they know lovers in reverse. There's no love here. There's no love with these people. They are all trying to step on each other's fucking throats now because they're trying to blame everybody else. They're trying to get out of this. They're trying to distance themselves. So this the way this High Priestess in reverse energy feels they can somehow survive still is by betraying these people. They're not going to fucking go down for these people. They don't want to hear that because they know you are that Queen of Pentacles. They know you're the ideal spouse. They know it, and they have to admit it now. That's part of the thing is they have to admit it. Whoa. And look who just popped out. This King of Cups said, yeah, they got to admit it. They got to admit it. So that's all jumped out right out of there. Got the cord bent a little bit. That's messed up. How'd that happen? But whatever, they jumped out there. I mean, how else could that happen? All right, so I think I'm going to have to end it because this King of Cups is all about this King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles coming together. And this King of Cups, they're an emperor. Okay, because you are, you know why? You know why this King of Cups and you are going to come? We're going to end it here. You know why? Because this King of Cups just came out and you came following this Queen of Cups. There you go. You two together forever. And you're going to go. And that's the end of it. This is what it was supposed to be at the beginning. But it'll be this way in the end. And you'll be a lot more than whatever it is. And what is going to happen for this King of Cups? This Queen of Cups, what these people wanted to take from you, what they thought. They didn't care about your love. They didn't care nothing about it. All they wanted to do was take your Ten of Pentacles, but you still have it. It's still here. It's because you stayed as this Queen of Swords, and you're the best around, and I love you, and that's why this reading is done. You won this one. You won this battle, that's for sure. So, let's get going. Let's see what else, finish this up with these angels. Oh, I gotta rush. I gotta hurry up. Alright, so what's gonna be the angel numbers? I'm gonna only do one here, because I have to go. Okay, it's gonna be 1717. Okay. 17, it's time to release the weight of the past and embrace the new opportunities ahead. Trust your instincts, especially if you feel called to lead others, as the universe is guiding and supporting you in this journey. Of course they are. Well, that's the only one we're doing. 1717. I'm going to do the crystal of the day. Remember, I did get the crystal of the day yesterday. I don't think I want to stay positive and say I'm going to do it again. I'm going to say smoky quartz. It's going to be smoky quartz. I know it. I know, but I did get the amethyst yesterday. It's going to be smoky quartz this time. That's what I'm saying. Okay, but close, obsidian, all right, but I can't, you can't do it every day. Then I would be a fucking real magician there. Okay, obsidian, protection, even though I am a real magician. Okay, obsidian is a powerful protective stone that shields against negativity and absorbs emotional tension. It supports deep release. Okay, this is the obsidian right here. That's our obsidian representative. Okay, it absorbs deep release, encourages personal growth, and opens the path to new possibilities. Root, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Earth, and Fire. Okay, I release what no longer serves me and step boldly into new beginnings. That's what this say. I release what no longer serves me and step boldly into new beginnings. I release what no longer serves me and step boldly into new beginnings. Yes, you do, and that's why I love you, and that's why you're the best. Thank you, and I will see you later. Bye.